Well, it says I'm live. Let's see if I'm actually live. Let's see if we're actually live. Oh, according to YouTube, I am live. Well, good. Pop out the chat. So, I, like many other, what are we called? Small creators, I think was the majority of what I saw are being fired by the YouTube partner program. And so, let's see. I'll share this out. Oh my. All right. All right. Let's see if that updates. Changes saved. Now let's see if it's actually got the correct. I got one watching. Tell me who's watching. And thanks for watching. So chime in. I'm going to share this out, is what I'm doing at the moment. And, you know, hey, I'm going to talk about the fact that I was fired. I was fired. I got an email just like apparently a lot of people got. As I've seen on social media, the various news sites, there's probably 1,000,000,001 YouTube videos up right now talking about this very same subject. And I was like, you know what? Hey, why not? I'm going to sit there and say the same damn thing that everybody else is saying. YouTube, what the hell? You know, you're taking it away from the little guys, the ones that are trying to build up. You set some rules, and I think I really understand what's going on here. Is that YouTube's been coming under fire for the better part of 2017 from various advertisers who have been pulling their ads because their ads had started appearing on questionable videos that were being presented on the YouTube platform. Various different we'll just call them questionable because I think that's what YouTube said. That either they didn't meet the standards, they were showing stuff that really wasn't the best to be showing, I guess, on YouTube. And anyway, these channels, these people that were posting these videos up, their channels were monetized and ads were running. And so an ad would run for a brand, and then it would be something that brand really didn't want to stand behind. Lots of human rights issues, animal cruelty issues, various, whatever. So I am now a victim of those who should actually be sanctioned, or should they not be sanctioned? Should they, what is it? In the United States, freedom of the press, freedom, the rights, and all this type. Although I'm not press, so I can't really say that, can I? Anyway, share this out if you would yourself. If you're still watching, my one watcher, thank you very much. And comment. Let me know that you're there. You can actually join me on camera too. I'd love for someone else to be able to join me on camera as well. If you were fired, we'll figure out how to do that. I am using a particular platform to broadcast this out. And so let's see. All right. So let's try and share this again. See if it actually comes up. Nope. It's not. Well, that sucks. I may stop this and come back because it's not sharing the right thing. Leave. So let me go see what my video actually looks like online. Sorry. It's what it is, though, right? My channel. What's it saying if I'm live? It's not even saying I'm live. Where am I? Well, I am. Come on, YouTube. What's wrong with you? Oh. Stream options. This isn't. Let's see. Basic info. Advanced settings. Hope it's not set to private. This stupid source platform may have done that. Basic info. Unlisted. That's what it is. Let's go public. Save those changes. Now that we're saved. Well, that's interesting. It's got a thumbnail. Change the thumbnail. Create thumbnail. An image. Boy, I really didn't plan this out very well, did I? Continue text. Continue. Save and publish. Yeah, we'll make it permanent. Pop, 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 pop. I don't want to download the thumbnail. All right. So, did it change the thumbnail? Yes. Well, that's good. At least it changed the thumbnail. Now can I share? And it come out better? You know what? We'll do it a different way. Leave. We'll just go direct. How about that? Oh, rain, sleet, freezing. By the way, I'm in North Carolina, and we are getting some snow here, finally where I am. Took all morning, but hey. No, I don't want that. Sure. We'll do that. Isn't this fun? You're, what are you doing? You're hanging out with me while I'm sharing this out. How many people are actually still watching? Still the one watcher? I wonder if that's me or if it's just a lie. Maybe YouTube is sanctioning my sharing abilities. Twitter. Where's the picture I was looking for? There it is. So let's go on through what we've got going on. So let me just read the letter. I want to do that. In fact, I can share me reading the letter. Screen share. No, I don't want an entire screen. Here, we'll do it this way. Bring you down. Now we'll do it. Screen share. Hi, Coach Jenny. How are you? By the way, Coach Jenny, you are welcome to join me if you would like and share this out. Did you get a letter, Coach Jenny? Or maybe because you just started your YouTube channel, so I don't even know if you actually had the abilities to get there anyway, but this will affect you no matter what. So here's the letter I got that so many people did get. It says, David Vaughan TV. Today we are announcing changes to the YouTube Partner Program. While our goal remains to keep the YouTube Partner Program open to as many channels as possible, we recognize we need more safeguards in place to protect creator revenue across the YouTube ecosystem. What? You are not protecting creator revenue, or are you? And this goes back to what I was talking about a lot of brands have started pulling ads from running on YouTube. So maybe this is what it is. But when I first read it, I was like, well, okay, they're making changes to the partner program. Great. They're keeping me in the loop. Well, they're keeping me in the loop. All right. What's changing? Under the new eligibility requirements announced today, your YouTube channel, David Vaughan TV, is no longer eligible for monetization because it doesn't meet the new threshold of 4,000 hours of watch time within the past 12 months and 1,000 subscribers. As a result, your channel will lose access to all monetization tools and features associated with the YouTube Partner Program on February 20th, 2018, unless you surpass this threshold in the next 30 days. Accordingly, this email serves as 30 days notice that your YouTube Partner Program terms are terminated. Now, one of the funny things is I am not a YouTube partner directly with YouTube. I am actually a partner through I don't even know what they're called. But anyway, it's BBTV. And I've gotten no notification yet from BBTV. None. And they're one of the largest in the world. A lot of people belong to them, not tooting the horn or anything of that nature. I just find it really, really interesting that I've got nothing from BBTV. One of the YouTube's core values is to provide anyone with the opportunity to earn money from a thriving channel. Creators who haven't yet reached this new threshold can continue to benefit from our Creator Academy. Have you been through the Creator Academy? Because if you haven't and you don't know what you're doing, I do recommend going through it. Because they do have some stuff. But you can also Google or YouTube search everything that they talk about in Creator Academy and probably find somebody else that's done it as well. our help center, and all the resources on the creator site to grow their channels. Once your channel reaches the new threshold, it will be reviewed to make sure it adheres to our policies and guidelines. And I'm sure that means at that time. And if so, monetization will be re-enabled. I got the memo, Coach Jenny. The gauntlet just got uglier. And, here's the really, really interesting thing is that I have been tossing back and forth for a few months now, not monetizing my channel anymore. Because, I'm not making any money off of it. I don't get thousands and thousands of views, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten this letter. I don't have over 1,000 subscribers yet. And I really, honestly, this past year, I have not given as much attention to YouTube and my YouTube channel as I should have. That all being said, those were just small parts of why I was thinking about removing the monetization on it. I also was thinking, I just want to get away from the only real reason that I was keeping the monetization going is because, again, being with the partner channel, BBTV, that I'm with, I do get certain perks with that. So one of the perks I get is like music catalog. That's probably the biggest thing right there. They used to have some other perks and those have all gone away. So I get music that is what's the term? I can't think of the term. Anyway, it's music that I can play on the channel and sound effects and all this type of stuff, and I won't get in trouble, because I didn't go steal it or something like that, or download it and use it illegally or something. So that was one of the reasons that I was keeping it. But with this gone, with my monetization gone, I mean, that was the whole thing. They get a little chunk of the monetization and that I make, and in return I get that type of stuff. So let me turn off screen share. Sorry about that. So Coach Jenny says, so I do not care about monetizing my YouTube channel, but I do want in the YouTube partner program so I can put external links into cards. So this is a big bummer. Well, one of the things that I was reading about, that's funny that you mentioned that, Coach Jenny, is, and let me see if I can find that article. I don't even know if I can find that article. I might have closed all those articles out. But YouTube in collusion, because that's really what this is going to end up being, YouTube in collusion with Patreon and Kickstarter, and I believe somebody else. I'm not sure who the somebody else is. And this is all just rumor. Again, I don't even know how true this is. In fact, let me just let's see if I can bring these articles back up. Yeah, so I have no idea how reputable this site is. It's Polygon. And I can share this tab as well, I guess, if I pull it out. There we go. If I pull it out. No jokes. No jokes. So YouTube working on fixing Patreon Kickstarter links for smaller creators. So basically, what this, and you can read this article if you want. Here I can copy the link to the article and I can put it in the chat. And I'll put it in the description as well, because the chat's going to disappear after we're all done. But anyway, so YouTube is working on separate eligibility criteria for smaller creators who don't qualify for YouTube's new partner program to ensure they can link out to external projects on Patreon, Kickstarter, and other websites in slates. A YouTube representative confirmed to Polygon that creators who are currently in the partner program but may lose their spot following the implementation of the new monetization standards will not lose their ability to link out to external URLs and in slates either. The company is working on what criteria will be and is expected to provide an update soon. So there's that. And then, any other links that you should be able to get out to, verified links, I guess, to a website, particular website, all that type of stuff. Yeah, you should be able to get to that. But, you know, as I, Coach Jenny is saying, how does one even see how many hours of watch time the channel has? I'm so new, I don't even know where to look. So Coach Jenny, what you can do, and here I can walk you through that real quick. So you will log into your, let's see. So let me just go to, you know what? I don't even know if I'm going to be sharing something that is weird. All right. So dark theme, YouTube. All right. So what you do is you go into you click up here in the top left and you can go to my channel. But where you really want to go is Creator Studio. And once you are there, you'll see the total number of views, total number of subscribers, and I don't really mess with this very much, but it'll give you like last 28 days, watch time in minutes, 3,718. Total views in the last 28 days, a couple thousand. 4 subscribers added, estimated revenue 491. See, I'm not making any freaking money. And that's one thing that YouTube said was like, you know, the creators that are really going to be affected, most of them didn't even make $100 in the year. But with that being said, oh, and look, there's a nice little banner up here at the top. Blue, we're making changes to the YouTube Partner Program. As a result, your channel will no longer be eligible for monetization starting February 20th. Anywho, so let me back off of that. So yeah, that's where you can go to find that type of information, and you can. There's a lot of neat analytics that you can get out of that. You know, it's all up to you as to what you want to look at or not look at. Now I'm sharing this out. Absolutely. You are very welcome. And that's, honestly, Coach Gene, those are some of the things that you may be able to, it's been so long since I've looked through Creator Academy. Just Google YouTube Creator Academy. If you haven't gone through it, I really would. I would recommend, because it is done by them. So it should be the most up-to-date information. Go through it. But, you know, Coach Jenny saying earlier, she said the gauntlet just got uglier. And I know that she is referencing the new news that came out recently about Facebook and newsfeed in particular with Facebook. And that's kind of, you know, interesting. And this is nobody's. If I was serious about my YouTube channel, and so YouTube and the YouTube issue and the Facebook issue are two different things. If I was serious about my YouTube channel and I hadn't let it go to the side, where I didn't post as much content and pay as much attention in the past year as I should have, if I was serious, you know, if I was serious about it, I would have put more effort into it, and I would have been working on putting up more content. But this doesn't stop YouTube creators from posting content. It doesn't stop you from having a channel. It doesn't stop you from putting your videos up. They're just saying that, you know, we recognize that maybe the rules, the times have changed. That's what they're saying. Times have changed. And with the times changing, you know, maybe it's not as much of it's not as much of a, with the times changing, we've got to change who can come on, who can monetize their videos. Because, I mean, honestly, there's probably 50,000 movie review sites. Out of those 50,000, I can guarantee there's probably 10,000 where the movie reviews are all fan-made It's not even a movie review or a movie trailer. I mean, you know, you can sit there, any new movie that's coming out, you can go watch the trailer for it on YouTube. Now you can go watch the trailer from the actual movie studio that's producing and putting the stuff out there, or you can go pick one of the other 50,000 channels that's out there that's got the YouTube trailer up there, and they're monetizing the trailer, and that's all they really do. There's people out there that take other people's content. I'll give you a good, for instance, TD Jakes. I don't know if TD Jakes and Bishop Village and whatever has an actual YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure that they do, but that doesn't matter. You can go find TD Jakes stuff all over YouTube, and that's just one example. You know, and these people are they're just taking that content, putting it up, monetizing it, and that's because YouTube allowed them to do it. And then you've got all the other types of videos that have been going up, the questionable videos. I don't really know a better way to say it. You know, the jihadist videos, the videos that are showing inhumane treatment, the videos that are showing cruelty, the moron kid that sat there and showed the suicide something or other video, and I never even watched it. I never even gave any attention to it. I heard about it on the news, and I was like, that's sad, and I was done. Those types of people also can monetize their videos. And that type of questionable content is what's brought YouTube and Google under fire from the big brands that were giving them lots of money and videos to run as ads, because now these big brands weren't really able to control where their ads were displaying. YouTube was running algorithms and putting it best where it thought it could. But if it showed up in, you know, something where it was a god-awful video, you know, the brands didn't like it. So they started pulling their stuff. They were like, we're not going to advertise because you have lost reins and control over it, and we don't want our videos and our stuff on that type of content. So YouTube worked to try and monitor it a little bit better. But I mean, millions of hours and hundreds and thousands of videos that are uploaded daily, that's a lot. That's a lot of compute power. And so, you know, the unfortunate end business of this is that the top creators that are out there, the ones that do have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and tens of thousands and millions and tens of millions of subscribers out there, and they are producing the content, and they are getting thousands upon thousands upon thousands of hours watched on their videos. The ones that are making YouTube money, they're not going to be affected, but that's a very small percent. You know, so now all of a sudden we can get some people coming out of the left or the right talking about the 1%, you know, that this isn't going to affect the 1%. Well, we don't know what's going to affect them. They've been affected as well because they've been crying out for the past few weeks about, or months, you know, about losing revenue from this. And they've built businesses around and you know, these revenue, their YouTube channel is a major, if not the major, revenue stream for their life. So you get all these questionable videos. You get all these, you know, YouTube's done the best that they can. And so what happens is they say, that's it. We're just going to cut this off. If you think about it, 1,000 subscribers is not a lot compared to a lot of people who have well more than 1,000 subscribers. And if you are dedicated to your YouTube channel, then 4,000 hours watched of videos is not really that much when you talk about, you know, so if you have 1,000 subscribers, so let's do the math. And I'm pretty sure I don't even have to do the math. But if you have 1,000 subscribers and you only post one 4-minute video a month, that's 4,000 minutes, right? So 4,000 minutes Divided by 60 minutes. I mean, 66 hours worth of, or 66 times 4,000. So anyway, it kind of is what it is. And am I reading it right? 4,000 hours of watch time within the past 12 months. They're not even talking about it in a month. You have to have 4,000 hours within 12 months. So you do the math and figure it out. But this is not your sandbox. This is Google's sandbox. This is YouTube's sandbox, and you came into play. And I put up a post the other day that sat there. I heard the post, or an iteration of the post, and I found it. It said, "So you thought you could kick the tiger in the ass and not have to deal with the teeth." Well, guess what? The teeth just came around. They're taking a big old bite, and now you got to figure stuff out. Is monetization really the biggest thing? It really depends on your goals. If you're trying to build a YouTube business, again, then you're going to have to actually focus on putting on YouTube. This is also probably in response to Facebook and Instagram and all these other platforms that offer the ability for people to post up videos, even though they may be shorter and all that different type of stuff. It doesn't matter. It's where are my eyes? Who's getting the attention right now? And Facebook is pushing Facebook Watch a whole lot. They're pushing video content and live video content, Instagram, Snapchat, all these platforms that are out there, all these live platforms that are out there. These types of things are coming around, and it's taking away from YouTube. And if you don't think, again, the big brands who are giving the big money to YouTube notice, well, you're fooling yourself. Because they're seeing it, and so it's probably in response to that. Coach Jenny's saying, "Oh, absolutely, I'm all in with YouTube in 2018. I just want to get to the ability to add links to my book and my quiz and YouTube cards." And she's talking about, the questionable videos. Exactly. And she feels bad. This person feels bad for creators who are relying on YouTube for income. And again, Coach Jenny, if you've got less than 1,000 subscribers, if you've got less than 10,000 subscribers, you are not earning income off of YouTube videos. You saw what my page looked like. This many videos were watched, this many minutes. The ads on the videos run in the beginning, and it was estimating $4. You're not living off of that. That's not even a cup of coffee at a Starbucks. That's not even a bad cup of coffee at McDonald's. And she says, "David, one of the things you have always preached is to make sure you focus on your email list. What are your favorite tools, resources for maximizing your email list?" My favorite tools and resources for maximizing my email list is, one, having a good email list provider. Who I'm using right now and who I like is ConvertKit. They offer a lot of neat features for the price and the price that you get. They've got a good reputation in the industry. When you send out an email from an email service provider, and I'll give you a good, for instance, MailChimp, because it offers free, and everybody hears MailChimp and goes to MailChimp, and that's fine. It's free. But one of the things that happens is sometimes your emails might get blocked or tagged as spam because the email providers are recognizing that they're coming from MailChimp or a certain email service provider. Constant Contact is one that has had this happen, and they are not a free service, and they have it happen a lot. But anyway, so you want to make sure that you've got an email service provider, and like I say, I like ConvertKit right now. There's plenty of others out there. Figure out which one you like, which one you don't like. Test one out. A lot of them have free trials, and get in there, tool around, and see how easy it is for you to be able to produce an email, send out an email, and all that type of stuff. Maximizing your list, though. And see, she's on ConvertKit too. But maximizing your list is, with everything that you do, you need to have a call to action. And so, just make sure that your call to action is, hey, subscribe on my list and subscribe on the video, because as all these social platforms have proven, they can change the game in a heartbeat. And if the only place that your list exists is your followers or subscribers, or I don't even know what else they would be called. Followers and subscribers is about it, on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube or Blab or Snapchat or whatever. If that's the only place that they exist, and, let's say you go to Facebook jail or YouTube jail and you can no longer get to them and you can no longer communicate, well, that's bad on you. You should have been pushing these people to get on your list. Make it a call to action. Make that a call to action for, a month. Say, hey, listen, if thanks for watching, thanks for listening, thanks for doing all this type of stuff, to make sure that you stay up to date with everything that comes out, the moment that it comes out, or the moment that I release it, or you want to stay on top of the up to date news. Hey, jump on my email list, because that is the first place that they find out first, or whatever. And make sure you communicate to people as also, hey, and, I love replies to the emails, and I respond to them. Do that type of stuff too. Make sure that you reply. So hopefully that'll help. And I got one more watcher out there. So if you're watching as well, make sure you chime in and to the comments and say hi, and share this out if you want to share this out. And if you don't, then don't. But, yeah, I, like everybody else that is considered a small creator, I was fired by YouTube, or I'm going to be fired by YouTube. And actually, I'm not that worried about it. I certainly wasn't dependent upon the little bit of money that it was. But now it frees me up. And here's one reason that even though I monetize this channel, I have actually told a lot of people in the beginning, you don't want to monetize your channel. And here's the biggest reason why. Or here's the explanation that I always give people. If you don't care, if your competitor shows up before your video starts as an ad in your video because you chose to monetize your video, then monetize your videos. I said, but, for brands and stuff like that, and you can't control who shows up. So, if you're an author of a book and you're writing about a certain topic and subject in a niche, and there's somebody else that writes one and it's not the exact same thing, but it's in your niche, and they start professing on an ad before people get to see your stuff, and people click to go to it. One, it takes them out of the video, it takes them over to where, and they're gone. That's it. You've got so few seconds to actually understand what's going on. To grab the attention. And that's all that this really is Gary Vee loves to say he's a day trader of attention. And I really like that, because that's all we are. That's, one, we all need to recognize we are media agencies. And then we are also whatever else shows up on your business card, or whatever you want to profess after that. But you are a media agency because you have access, and more than likely you are on all these types of platforms. But hey, the attention can go from one to the other in a day or less. And you need to make sure that you are on a swivel, able to get around. Able to find out, hey, listen, it was working here, but now it's not working here. I mean, if you're not on LinkedIn, or if you're not on Snapchat, or if you're not doing on Instagram or anything of that nature. And, Coach Jenny, who I talk with all the time, she'll tell you, one of my goals for this year is actually Facebook Watch, and to get up on Facebook Watch. Why? Because it's there. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. But my other goal for the year is going to be audio, because as fun as this is, if this were an audio broadcast live, And I'm going to take the audio out of this and I'm going to put it up on my podcast. So for all of you who are listening on the podcast to this, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my podcast, then you can go find me on iTunes and Google Play and Stitcher and TuneIn and Spotify and wherever. Not Pandora. I'm not there. There's other places that I am, and I don't even know where it is. And Coach Jane's saying, yes, Facebook Watch, pick me. Exactly. And Facebook, and Facebook's going through the same thing, is that, anybody can post up a video. They've got people that actually go through and monitor these types of videos, is what I understand. I don't think it's all computer algorithms. So I don't know. Could Facebook end up being the same thing? And like I say, Facebook made a big announcement. They're actually trying to slow down. Good for Facebook, because Facebook has become increasingly more irrelevant of a platform for younger generation. And I know some people will say, well, that's fine. But hey, listen, wait a minute. We need the younger generation, because eventually we're going to get to a point where we're dead. And they're not. They're going to keep on coming along. So Alfredo is here, and he said, I got fired from YouTube partner. I sure did. Alfredo says he got fired too. Yeah, Alfredo, sorry to hear that. But hey, you know what? It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So now you can sit there and focus on other things. Maybe now we can all focus on audio. Maybe now we can all focus on getting up podcasts. Maybe now we can, because I actually have more interaction. It's funny. And I don't have a lot of hard data because my podcast has not been up for long. Less than 30 days, I think. So I don't have good hard data. But I can tell you I've got more engagement and more listening and downloads through the podcast than I've had with YouTube or Facebook or video. And that's because when we have a podcast, we have the ability to multitask. I can listen, but I can also do something else. I am not required to pay attention to the screen. Now, video is still going to be king for lots of reasons. If I need to show you how to do something or visually demonstrate, because we are also visual learners, then I need to do it on video. But if I am talking or going through whatever, audio is just fine. Alexa, Google Home, Apple Pods, Home Pods, whatever that's going to be when that comes out, that type of stuff. We're just at the beginning. A lot of people use those types of products to listen to music, and that's cute, and it's neat, and it's helpful. But there's going to be so much more that we can do with that type of stuff. So Alfredo says, focus on audio podcast or in real life projects. Absolutely. You got it. So, I don't know how much more you want me to go over. Like I say, I've got a couple other people that are watching, and Robert Stearns just chimed in. So hi, Robert. Thanks a lot for hopping in. But this is, I'm not viewing it as a bad thing. I was actually kind of miffed when I first read it. I was like, well, what the hell? How dare you? But then I started thinking about it. And like I say, one of the first things I came about was, well, dummy, you were sitting there thinking about stopping the monetization on your videos anyway. Not monetizing your videos means that, one, people don't have to belong to the YouTube Red program, which isn't a huge hit. They don't have the subscription to it like they thought they would get. But, people can also go right into your video. And if you don't capture their attention within that first 10 seconds, they'll go right to the next video. So make sure that you're on point with that. It is what it is, but this is just, I thought it was really funny. Facebook did what they did last week, and I think it's a good thing. There's a term out there, and a lot of people say social selling. Doesn't exist. social selling is not a thing when it comes to what people think it is, which is, I get on Facebook or YouTube or anything. And I was talking the other day, yesterday, somebody else was talking about the Facebook issues that were going on and offering suggestions. And I said, well, start running ads. And you start hearing a lot of people talk about ads and ads. Well, I've got one friend, and this is just one out of several people that have very successful 6, 7, 8-figure businesses. But she shared that over the last 3 years, she has paid Facebook $300,000 for Facebook ads. She has made $3 million in sales just alone from those ads. She does track that type of stuff. And you should too if you do that. Because you need to see what's working, what's not working, all that type of stuff. But anyway, so over the last 3 years, $300,000 spent, and she made $3 million. You got to pay to play. It's just like it's always been. The only difference is it used to be really expensive and still is. It was extremely difficult, if not impossible, to try and figure out if people were actually paying attention to where you were placing your ads, yellow pages, circulars and flyers and newspapers and magazines and all this type of stuff. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Now you can sit there and go on Facebook, and it's cheap on Facebook. It's not so cheap on Google, but it's cheap on Facebook. But you can go and you can target, 60-year-old Korean ladies that like hockey, if that's who your target audience is, and say, hey, listen, yeah, and it'll be right in front of 60-year-old Korean ladies that like hockey. You can't do that with anything else. There is with print media, when it comes to like magazines and doing like putting in an ad in a magazine, there is an 8-to-1 ratio. I think and I'm not completely fluent on this, but they're when they sell you the ad at the cost that they're selling it to you, and like I say, they ain't cheap. What they're basing it on is that your ad will be seen 8 times to the one placement. So so let me give you better. So what they're saying is that your ad that's placed in whatever magazine on page 267 will be seen by 8 different people who are your target audience. And it'll probably be seen by a lot different, it could be seen by a lot more, but 8 of your target audience will see it. Now they're talking about, because, people leave magazines on, in doctor's offices and on planes and on the bench and share them out. So, and that everybody's going to flip to page 267 to see your ad to buy your product. That's crazy. That's you leaving that money on the table, basically. But that's all we had at that time. I mean, we look at, so I got Channel Vision right here. And so let's see. So this is page 42. And it's an it's a full page ad. Operations support system, all-inclusive billing. We don't nickel and dime, 1 monthly fee for the entire platform. Well, if I'm not looking for it, I'm gonna flip right past it because that's got no interest to me. Or maybe they didn't sit there and say the right thing to me. So then I pop over and I'm on page 47, conference phones trade-in program. I don't have a conference phone, so that doesn't mean anything to me. All these different types of things. Who knows? Maybe we do have conference phones at the company that I work for, but I'm not the person that's in charge of maintaining them or updating them or trading them in. So the difference with that is, so that's a good example. So let's take the difference in that. So this on page 47, wherever it went, where did it go? Where's page 47? So page 47. Conference phone trade-in program. So, that doesn't speak to me. I'm not looking for it. It doesn't mean anything for me, but we do have conference funds and hey, maybe we are looking at it. So, who would be in responsible for that? So maybe the CFO of the company is the person responsible for the budget of the company and is looking to update the, that is too funny. Okay. So, here's the difference. So, in this magazine, that doesn't mean anything to me. So, but I do have a CFO. So, on Facebook, you can sit there and you can specifically target people that work at specific types of companies that have Yay-Link, that like Yay-Link or something like that. And in that, you could say, does your CFO know, or does your IT person know about X? And I could sit there and now that would grab my attention. That would sit there and be like, well, I don't know if they know. I can share this over to them because we're both on Facebook and we're both friends. And that's how the benefit of a Facebook ad, and as cheap as it is, versus a print ad or a billboard or something that you can't track and you don't know anything about. So anyway, Fredo says paid for Facebook ads, Korean ladies that like hockey, ? He needs to go back and review his gear and software he uses to create content from camera, soundboard, mixers, computers, third-party tools like Open Broadcast System. Well, that's a lot of stuff to review. I would suggest picking one, going there, and then going on to the next one when you get there. But that is a lot of stuff to review. Sounds like your plate's full. So with all that being said, and the fact that I have run almost an hour on this broadcast, and for everyone that's stopped in, thanks a lot. And for everyone that listens to the replay, either on the podcast or watches the replay on YouTube, thanks a lot for that too. I appreciate it. I'm David Vaughan. I've been fired by YouTube. Bye.